Hello everybody, Multivan37 back here with another review, this time of the Keisatsu Gattai Deluxe Pat-Kaiser from Kaito Sentai Lupinranger versus Keisatsu Sentai Patranger. Why do you keep wanting to spring out? This is the mecha that belongs to the Patrangers, and we will also be taking a look today at Good Striker's trigger machine mode, since we took a look at its dial fighter mode in the last video. So we'll take a look at the box and then the versus vehicles that are in front of us. So why are you shrinking back in? Here we have the front of the box. Got a picture of pat-kaiser right there, and we got patranger, Ichigo, Nigo, and Sango. This side we got Good Striker with the three trigger machines. Then it shows the machines again with Good Striker to form pat-kaiser. Top shows the three Rangers and pat-kaiser. Bottom shows a bunch of gibberish with them right up here. I don't know why I smoothed my hands through this when I was focusing on this, but whatever. And on the back is, of course, everything you're going to do, and it shows off patranger, which is basically a fusion of Ichigo, Nigo, and Sango, which I will get into in a little bit. That's the special effect for when this guy goes in the VS changer for the attack. For Lupinranger, when he's in Lupinranger mode, he makes a clone he makes two clones of whatever ranger is using him. So, for example, Lupin Red used him first, so he made 3 Lupin Reds to do the Itadaki strike. So we'll set him to Patranger mode. So, turning this back around, let's take a look at the three the three trigger machines, rather. Alright, so here are the three trigger machines that you get with the set. You get trigger machine Ichigo, Nigo, and Sango. Very nice. Let's go over them. I'll even go over this guy one more time. Here we have trigger machine Ichigo. Very nice, done out in white and black plastic with bits of red paint and orange paint. The orange here displaying the number 1. And it even has some nice metallic blue headlights. You got the Patranger logo right there. And for his attack mode, when you pull the trigger, you reveal the engine, and that can be spun when the front 2 wheels spin. So, very nice. Pretty much already went over him in my VS Changer review, but I'll even do the sound effects as well. Here's some new territory. We've got Trigger Machine Nigo belonging to Patranger Nigo. This is done out in white and black plastic with green paint and some green plastic for the front section here. The canopy, which is done out in green with white paint. You got the little sirens up here, which I think might be painted. I can't tell. The little barcode down here. This is number... that's the wrong way. 013, I think. And then when you pull the trigger, it reveals a little gun on the front of the vehicle. And this one is definitely my favorite. So, yeah. Bang, bang, bang. Hours of fun. Next up, we have Trigger Machine Sango. Very nice, done out in mostly pink for the front, and white and black. We also got the orange, displaying the number 3. Same little sirens that are on Nigo. And its gimmick is when you pull the trigger, the front comes out, and you can then unfold a police baton. And it would attack enemies like this. So kind of like Pat Striker with the Judgment Sword going on the back wheel, except this is on the front wheel and it's a police baton and not a sword. But you get the point. So there's the 3 trigger machines. Let's use them in the VS Changer. I'll even use Ichigo. And the summoning. Now let's enter some new territory with Nigo. And it's summoning. So its phrase is Hyakpatshyakju, which means 100 bullets, 100 shots. And then next is Sango. And then it's summoning. Its phrase was Rangek Dan, which means raging impact. So that's it for that. And now we will take a look at Good Striker in its trigger machine mode. So in its trigger machine mode, while its Style Fighter mode had the look of kind of the shark, as you can kind of see here, it has the look of a police dog. Kind of got like the little ears back here to prove it. And he does look like a nice little police cruiser. Very nice looking and very sleek in this mode. You will get your patranger sound effects by pulling the trigger. And of course, the last 2 sound effects are randomized. You also get the patranger S, where the lupinranger V would be. Very nice indeed. Now we'll put him in the VS Changer to become Pataren Yugo and do the finisher for Patranger. phrase was Totugeki Yoi. So let's flip it down. And we will do the Ichigeki Strike. So there's the finisher for Patoren Yugo, and we will do the summoning. That phrase was Ichigeki Sho, which means one shot to victory. So there's that. Now, getting things set up, I'm gonna make a few adjustments here. I'm not gonna cut this out because last time I cut this out, it erased my recording, so I'm just gonna YOLO it. That's not how you use that phrase. Multi-man. Yeah, I know. Alright. So, well, I mean, that didn't take long at all. So, let's set this up for the keisatsu gattai. So, we'll start off with Good Striker. Set them up as if you were doing lupinranger, but lead these up, the panels, so don't hold them out. So have them set up as you would normally. And then start attaching the machine. So Nigo, open it up, this goes here. Sango goes there. Ichigo, pull that out, put it on top, and fold down the canopy, or the little wheel section. And then confirm it by holding down the trigger. Clearly had more time than that, whatever. So, yeah, I'll test that out later. So here we have pat-kaiser. Armed with some pretty good weapons. You know, he's got the little police baton here. I also wonder how Sango can see when the machine is like this. Probably because there's maybe like a camera up here. Also, this kind of looks like a little face as well. Yeah, enough of that. So overall, very nice looking. It does have a lot more nice designs than lupinranger, but I still prefer lupinranger. And you do get the face, which if my light wasn't here, you wouldn't be able to see at all, because this overhang casts such a big shadow, and it's kind of ridiculous, really. The only posability he has is arm rotation, and you can, again, cheat the joint. Mostly because the trigger machines don't work like the dial fighters and can't bend at the elbow. Speaking of which, here he is with his little brother over here, I guess. Lupinranger. So they are about the same size, and these two are never really seen together because there's only one good striker, unless Goody has the ability to multiply himself, which I wish you could do. Maybe that'll be in like a movie or something. You can also switch the limbs, so like give him the yellow and blue dial fighters, and give him the trigger machines Nigo and Sango. So you can make something like that. So your options are pretty wide there. Overall, pat-kaiser is pretty pretty interesting, and these two robos are actually very unique in that, well, the fact that how they work and how only one of them can really appear at a time, and it's honestly kind of cool. So I definitely suggest you pick these guys up. Personally, if you're just with lupinranger, get lupin-kaiser. If you're just with patranger, just get pat-kaiser. Or if you're like me, get both of these guys because they're pretty fun. So I will see you guys later. Take care. Woo, gattai!